the toddlers, the infants, they won't be able to talk and say, "Mommy, my ear is paining me," or "I
Mhm.
have a headache."
Okay.
But they'll just be tugging on it. So
Mhm.
you'll be wondering what's going on with my child.
Mhm.
So you need to know, you need to be informed to know that the ear can actually be infected.
Okay.
Yes,
So what are the factors, what could cause it actually? What could cause an infection in the middle part of the ear?
yes. So normally we have risk factors.
Okay.
Yes, we have risk factors include use of pacifiers. It could be seasonal, an allergy, an upper respiratory tract
No, hold
infection.
on. But I thought pacifier goes into the mouth,
Yes. So the mouth is connected to the ear, is
right?
connected to the throat.
Mhm.
So yes, so infections from the throat, from the
Mhm.
nose, can actually
Move.
extend, yes, to the ear,
Oh,
and it could get
really?
to the middle part. Yes,
Okay, still on the pacifier. By
yes,
that, you mean the pacifier drops on the floor, mother doesn't get to wash it, and then the child puts it back in the mouth, or what's the likelihood?
yes, something like that.
Something like
And
that.
then when the child is sucking,
Mhm.
actually aspirate. Aspiration is that the saliva could get to somewhere down further and then extend to the ear. Okay.
Oh, that
Yes,
could happen.
yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
And then you see also children that start daycare early, because not all their carers
Mm.
will be able to carry them. So most of them will be lying horizontally. They
Mm.
can aspirate. So it's
Mm.
been found that children that are breastfed, when you breastfeed a child, you'll be
Mm.
able to burp and make
Mhm.
sure that the child does not reflux
Mm.
the feed, and then so you take the breastfed children tend to not come down as much
With
with ear infection.
Okay, so I'm going to take you up on that, and I find that it's really very interesting. I've got three babies, yeah, and I remember that there are times when, as a mother, you're just so exhausted, and you know how they do this thing. I don't know how they did it. If it was God who designed it like that, why they choose to be awake in the night and sleep in the daytime? But so at night, this is you as a mother. You're so tired, and you think that the best thing that you can do is, yeah, you can lie down and then put the baby to breast at the same time, and then mama comes and tells you, no, that's not good. Don't you know the thing goes to the ear, and then the ear could get blocked and the ear could get infected? And I'm like, mother, I never knew my mother was a doctor. When did you study medicine? How does that actually happen? So listening to you now talking about pacifiers, saliva going down there.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, does the same apply to mothers who breastfeed their children while
Ye-
they're
yes,
laid down in bed?
yes, because that position is not ideal.
Hmm.
It's not ideal.
So
So
it's
the child can
completely wrong.
aspirate. It's wrong.
Mm. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so let's look at other risk factors involving the
Yes.
middle part of the ear.
Okay, so you can also have allergies, and then you could also, and it's also been found that children that haven't been vaccinated properly,
Okay.
okay, can also be exposed to that.
Hmm.
Then
Okay.
it's also more in males than females, and then
Male
between
babies.
male babies,
Oh, really?
and then
Why is
between
that?
why is that? Well,
Your
genetical,
mic. Your
some
mic. Talk
diseases.
to your mic.
Okay, so some diseases
Mm-hmm.
are more in males than females, so it has a male predisposition.
Okay.
Yes,
I,
and
I
then
find that very strange. I think so now they suffer disease person.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying it the other day. If it's tummy ache or if it's very weird for me. I mean, college the other day was talking and he says, oh, if he's not feeling so well in his tummy. And my mind, I was like, okay, if it was female now, you say Boscopan, you say Felvin, you say something. But when it comes to guy, I'm not sure what it is to recommend or what it is to say that you should go over the counter to get. So it's really interesting to find out that more males suffer what that
yeah,
disease.
Yeah,
infection.
infections.
Yes, let's say it's infection. Disease is so hard. Yeah, more males suffer infection than the female babies.
Yes,
Okay.
and then also the age,
Hmm.
between 6 months and 3 years of age,
Mm-hmm.
more children, at least three, would have had ear infection
Hmm.
before the past 3 years, and
Hmm.
out of those three, two of them might actually come down
Okay.
second time. So you can have an infection that doesn't go and then it repeats itself, your cause, maybe
Mhm.
because of the risk factors or something else triggers it, like catarrh or cough that is not well managed,
Hmm.
and then it can now spread to the ear.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about some of us mothers and even fathers who, in a bid to just make sure that our baby, our sweet, cute looking, adorable babies, just kept completely clean, and well, they don't realize that they're going a bit overboard. But in trying to clean, they try to clean the ear as well,
Oh,
and
wow.
we're not pretty sure, how to do it. Oh, you're going inside too much, or you're staying so much at the surface. Some people say don't use the cotton bud. there are always controversies around that.
Yeah,
What would you say?
it's not right to actually use cotton ball. The
Okay.
reason is that when you won't be careful enough,
Mm.
you can touch the skin surface and then take the bacteria on the skin surface into the air.
Okay.
Oh, wait, first. There's bacteria in the outer part of the ear that you can now send to the middle part. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So it's not advisable to use cotton ball.
Okay.
The ear cleans itself.
Really?
Wait, first now.
I-
Yeah, it's to
I-
scratch now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
there's
yeah.
some scratching sensation in there that the finger can't get there. But speaking sensitively to babies, what's the best way to do that? You don't
Just
do
leave
anything.
it alone.
Just
you don't
leave
do
it.
Anything. You don't do
So where does the wax?
My mouth is ajar.
Doctor, you just said that the air cleans itself. So how does the air get rid of the waste, the wax?
The wax is not considered as waste. Can I even try to answer that? I
okay.
don't know. They say it protects your ear from insects and
Yes.
unwanted something
Yes.
something something.
But sometimes there's
There's a lot of
this
it.
wax buildup that even people have to go to the hospital to have
Get
the
off.
wax.
It is safer to actually have the earwax removed than to keep introducing foreign substances into your ear because you are predisposing yourself to.
This is
So
interesting.
are you saying that when ear is scratching us, we should be going for what medical checkup to get it out rather than do it ourselves?
You should not be introducing any
External body.
Okay, that's super amazing. Okay, so there are other alternatives when it comes to cleaning the ear for our children. Maybe not exactly toddlers. What's the other stage? The adolescents when they're about 10, thereabout, where they introduce is it hydrogen peroxide or something like that, where you get to pour this liquid inside the ear and they say it foams up, and because the ear is a very sensitive part of the body. Yeah, it's very delicate, and it's not something that you'd want to just toil with. And really, I've heard about talks and conversations and lectures. So this is me going bit by bit things that people actually introduce so willingly, so comfortably to the ear. And these things, when they want to come down, it probably comes down over a period of time. So this is me asking, hydrogen peroxide that's considered as one of the cleaning agent for the ear when you want to do deep cleaning, what would you say about that?
Do not introduce anything.
Doctor
into
says
your
no.
ear. No.
I'm the doctor's assistant. I said no.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so tell us, what more do we need to know when it comes to ear infection?
All right. So the major organisms that cause ear infection, bacterial, viral, and then what can you actually do to prevent? Okay, so what signs will you see on a baby
Yeah.
to know? Okay, so this child might have an ear infection.
Yeah.
The child might not be refusing to eat. The child might be vomiting
Okay.
and start having diarrhea.
Okay.
Okay. The child can just be tugging on the ear. There could be fever.
Okay.
There could also be pus from the ear. Okay? So now what do? Don't do any first aid. Just take the child to see a clinician. Because there's a particular instrument you need to use to look into the ear. Remember, it's not on the surface of the body.
Yeah.
So it's called an oroscope. So you use it, the clinician will use that to check the middle part of the ear, the tympanic membrane. The middle part is made of the eardrum. We call it tympanic membrane, and three bones called ear ossicles, auditory ossicles. Okay, so they will check that. Now, what would the clinician be saying? The clinician might see that it's no longer as shiny as it should be or transparent. It starts to bulge, or you could see some pus there. You could also see it a little bit opaque, not shiny as it should. You could see some vesicles there, like you have in viral otitis. Okay, so that's one of the things that the clinician could see. And so, how does the clinician go ahead to treat this infection?
Right.
Could actually go for an ear sensitivity and culture, and then place empirically on antibiotics. Okay. Then normally you will have a follow up. Okay, to know that the symptoms are resolving.
Okay.
Yes. Then what do you do to prevent vaccination with pneumococcal conjugal vaccine? vaccine,
Mhm.
influenza vaccination. Um, Remember, I said breastfeeding of babies. Make sure you buck them well when you breastfeed. That bucking will help them not reflux the feed
Mhm.
and all that. And then also the breast milk also has its own immunity that it gives to the child also.
All
So
right.
Mhm.
that's why it's encouraged that you breastfeed children.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are the complications
Okay,
if this
before we go to
complication?
complications, let's go back to that breast milk matter, right? So you know how I know, doctors are usually against, things like that, but you just agreed with one anyway. I'm not sure if it's old wives' tales, but yeah, the one about lying down while you breastfeed and why it's not appropriate and all of that. How about persons who actually say that when you put a drop of the breast milk, in the ear. They also talk about the eyes, yes, that it's, sort of. I know you said don't put anything, but you've also said breastfeeding or what breast milk is also very powerful. So we're just wondering, beyond putting breast milk inside the mouth of the baby, is it also appropriate to put breast milk inside the ear of a baby in the name of what? As a cleaning agent?
No.
No, big no. Please do not. Do not put anything in your eyes, in your ears. Okay, please.
Okay, so no breast milk in the ear, just in the mouth. This message we have, yes. So I could at this point just say, yeah, that the lines are officially open. You can actually do calling to the show if you have some issue or the other. Because you know that when it comes to ear matter, it's not even funny. Well, I mean, sometimes with my son, I have absolutely no idea what that is about. If it's outside the so is at your or something. But there's sometimes that he just does something really naughty, and I can just touch him a little bit at the chicken. He's like, "Oh my ear, oh my ear!" I'm like, "What's that?" I'll sit down somewhere. But the ear is just such a delicate matter. Yeah, sometimes we just really get confused, especially when it's a baby. And you've heard Dr. Sandra say, "Whatever it is, leave the baby alone. Nothing. Don't use cotton bud." Well, I don't know how your experience has been like, but we'd love to hear it. Share with us. It's 0700 923 923 923 for you to call in. On WhatsApp, it is 0817 313 6193. Our first message here says, "Good morning, wonderful and important talk genuinely." Yeah, it's from Sixtus from Charity Road, Okoba. Hi, Sixtus. It's been a minute. And this next one says, "Good morning, Dr. Sandra and Thelma. I also have Shitty K with me. I'm sure we don't sound alike, yeah. So I'm sure that you can hear, I would say a foreign voice, but some of the voice, yeah. So it's Dr. Sandra, Shitty K, and myself. So this one says, I was once told in the hospital to put 2 drops of olive oil in a baby's ear, that it will help clean out the ear. That has been my constant practice since. Does it work? Is what I want to ask. I'm asking the person who sent the message. You said it has been your constant. So does it work? Come to speak of it. I will tell you my story. Yeah. Dr. Sandra. He says in the hospital he was advised to put olive oil.
Okay, so now, because of whatever condition he had,
Mm-hmm.
you must have seen an ENT
Mhm.
surgeon who might have prescribed that.
Okay.
But you don't just go putting things in your ear.
Okay. So you're saying
there
there's
is
a
a reason.
possibility
There's a possibility
that the doctors
yes,
at the
yes,
ENT
yes,
actually
prescribed.
prescribed that.
Yes,
Hmm.
but it's not usual.
It's not unusual, but he says, I mean, it's just been a constant practice.
No, he's
That
not
might not
supposed
be
to do
right.
that. That's not right.
Okay, so you just might have to check that out. Okay, if your child is having some sort of constant ear complaints and ear pains, yeah, you might just want to see a doctor, because what you're doing it was just temporary measures, and if not taking care of properly and on time, it could lead to something bigger that you cannot control. And we don't want to pray for that. We don't pray for that. So we're going to talk about complications. We have about 4 minutes left.
Okay, so normally complications is either from being poorly treated or poorly managed or not known or diagnosed. You could have a situation where a child could have meningitis, that's the infection can now spread from the ear into the brain.
Mm.
Could have a chronic infection that's recurrent. It keeps occurring. You treat it maybe not poorly or completely, and then it occurs again and again. You have inflammation of the bones now. The bones, that's the auditory vesicles, where it's called mastitis.
Okay.
And then you could also have hearing loss. It could cause deafness
Oh
in the
no.
long run. Yes.
I can imagine. Okay, is there any such a thing to like poor air quality that could actually result in some sort of what ear infection when a child is probably in a surrounding where a lot of people actually smoke and things like that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Tobacco smoking also predisposes to ear infection.
Hmm.
Yes, but it's not so common in children.
Hmm.
That will be for adults or those that are exposed to that kind of
Hmm.
environment.
Okay. Shady, is there something you want to know?
No, I'm loving the conversation. But yeah, real quick, grown-ups, can we also? I know this show is for kids, but I mean, mothers still take care of kids. So can like grown-ups as well have ear infections?
Yes, grown-ups can have ear infection.
No, my question about grown-ups is this: can grown-ups use cotton bud at least?
No.
Doctor says go and have them remove your wax.
So how is it that the medical practitioners association of Nigeria have not come together to say all the hawkers on the road, all the chemists, pharmacists, shops who sell cotton buds, the importation of cotton boards should be embargoed, or something like that. These things
that's a
are
good question.
yeah. Why if it's so bad a thing, if it's a complete, because everything I've heard you say about the ear now is, sorry, I'm not going to say it in English. It's rah, nothing. Not like don't put anything in the ear, but it's just everywhere. I mean, people go as far as if you can't find something, they use the tail comb inside ear. Yes, so I'm telling you all the different stuff. We don't know, be knowing now. Match stick or matchstick inside the ear, and everything that you find. Because I think, how do I say this now? I think that God actually agrees with the doctors, because that's why our fingers are not so thin enough for it to go in. Yes. So I don't know. It's the ear is like the teeth, yeah, where we're not so really good at going to visit the dentist. How many of us say, oh, want to go to the ENT for checkup? That doesn't just really happen. But anyway, let's look at other measures of treatments before we go. What are the other treatment techniques that persons who have ear infections or babies who have ear infections are likely to face? Is there ever such a thing at the time where a surgery in the ear is conducted?
Not necessarily. Most times not.
Okay.
Not necessarily. Okay, like I said, they have to be reviewed by the ENT surgeon, and then the clinician could place the baby on painkillers, just the common paracetamol and everything, and then they could also start the child on empirical antibiotics appropriate for it. Where you're suspecting a particular organism, gram negative, gram positive, you give the appropriate antibiotics while you wait for the culture and sensitivity to be met.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Dr. Sandra Hale, but we have to go. However, the person who sent the last message on the show says, sorry, I didn't include Shady K, the big fish. Apology accepted, big fish. Okay, I think that's a yes. I believe it works because I bought the pen for viewing inside the ear, and each time I check the ears are clean. So I didn't know there was a pen. Really, there's a pen for checking the ear?
Isn't there that one that has like a light?
Yeah, it's normally so. There are the various devices you can use to check the air. The horoscope is the most common.
Are we allowed to do that as parents?
No, it's not really. But you
might not find what it is.
You might not find what it is, and then you will also be. You might be prone to introduce things that are infected into the ear, so it's not advisable.
Oh, okay, so we honestly have to go. Dr. Sandra, can you tell Lagos how to reach you for persons who want to, ask you other questions concerning the body and child? Yes, how can they reach you? So, like a WhatsApp number you would want to?
Okay,
give out?
0806.
You know, to say that out louder.
Okay, 0806 553 8664.
You want to say that one more time, a little slower?
0806.
I didn't say she whisper. 0806. Okay.
006
I repeat
553
553
8664.
8664. Thank you so much, Dr. Sandra O'Hale. We hope to see you again sometime soon. We holler at Dr. Bukiri, whom you are standing in her stead, and shout out to Fake City Hospitals as well. My name is Thelma Illems.
What's up? My name is Shady K, the big fish.
You know that. We'll take a break right now. The headline news comes up right after, and at 11:35 thereabout, we have a guest coming in the studio. Don't go away. Stick around. Compliments of the season, Lagos.
Your number one family radio.
Inspiration 92.3 FM. Yeah, that time don't reach, oh. Christmas don't come again, yeah. Mama's helping hand, oh. Now the seasoning for the season. Yeah, I dey look forward to Hunger Christmas. Yeah, I dey wait for Hunger Christmas. I dey think about Hunger Christmas because Mama look for who is Hunger.
Hunger, Mama's helping hand.
Come along on the journey of a lifetime with MTN. We invite you to purchase your share of MTN today at 169 Naira per share.
To buy your share of MTN today, download Primary Alpha app by NGX or contact your stockbroker for more details. Get one free share for every 20 shares you buy. Offer closes 14th December 2021 at 5 p.m. Please consult your stockbroker or banker for guidance. T's and C's apply. You are welcome. Join us as we go on the journey of a lifetime together. We move.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Twisco, power your dream.
What is good for you? Eating well, getting enough sleep, spending time with friends, and saving money because you never pay charges to run your bank account, and making up to 25 free transfers to other banks from that same account every single month. And getting a free Visa debit card delivered to you free of charge and free of card maintenance fees. What is good for you? Kuda Microfinance Bank is good for you. Now accepting requests for the brand new 100% free Kuda Visa card. Download Kuda on your app store, open an account, and get free banking for life. And if you need to speak to someone at Kuda Microfinance Bank, just call 01-633-5832.
This December, Pepsi's got the bed unlock like never before. Get ready for massive vibes and back-to-back musical experiences. Enjoy a Grammy Award-winning experience from the Odogo himself, Burna Boy, and get the full Starboy treatment with WizKid. Come through for the vibes and vibes with Iris Star and rave with the Bad Commando, Rema. Get your groove on with African Bad Gal, Tiwa Savage, and have a good time with the baddest himself, David O. Turn up with the unstoppable Pepsi DJ ambassadors, DJ Spinall, DJ Copy, DJ Albi, and DJ Exclusive. It's bigger, it's louder, it's Pepsi December. All COVID-19 safety protocols will be strictly observed. Follow at Pepsi Nigeria on all social media platforms for more details. Pepsi, for the love of it.
Helium Health, committed to improving the quality of healthcare across Africa.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. The Jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 Naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 Naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Enjoyment Minister, only you. Pancakes, scrambled eggs. See your meal, so creamy.
Minister for Enjoyment. That's what my hobby calls me because I like to enjoy myself, and Cowbell evaporated milk is one way I do that. It's so creamy, so good.
Cowbell evaporated milk. carefully formulated to retain its creaminess and great taste. Cowbell evaporated milk. So creamy, so good. Cowbell, our milk.
No station does it better. Inspiration 92.3.
92.3 Inspiration FM. Headline News.
Good morning, I'm Zainab Balogo with headline news on Inspiration 92.3 FM. Lagos shuts Ahmadu Bello Way as President Buhari attends Akonde's book presentation. Governor Sanwo-Olu cancels Walk for Peace scheduled for Lagos. Lagos lawyer Falana describes NSAS white paper as government hiding its atrocities. Governor Sanwo-Olu describes death of students in Lagos accident as devastating on disclosure of Ojudu School. Chief Justice Tanko blows hot on government agencies no longer tolerate harassment of judges. Interior Minister Aregbesola dismisses calls for his resignation over jailbreaks. 3 killed, 2 injured as herders clash with farmers in Adamawa. United Kingdom Defence placing Nigeria on its red list says action not discriminatory. Saudi Arabia suspends flights from Nigeria over Omicron. EFCC files charges against retired Lieutenant General Minima, others over 13 billion naira arms deal. FEC approves procurement of telecom equipment to detect block fraudsters. And the foreign scene, UN halts food aid in 2 towns in Ethiopia after warehouses looted. And in sports, Tottenham's Conference League encounter with Rouen postponed after COVID-19 outbreak. The headline news, details at 12.
We are not here to prove anything. We just want you to have the best time listening to your radio. Inspiration 92.3 FM.
That way, don't make me move that way. Yeah, I know one slip for highway. Before you cross, girls look at you sideways. Yeah, I know come Lagos for child's play. So I say them define me. For the long time I've been silent. I don't run I've been styling, but they think say I'm in hiding, cause they don't know how to find me. I'll be on the Zumba by the way. I'll be on the Zumba by the way.